My name is Dustin Black, and as a part of Clemson Sports Media, we're going to be doing a film breakdown series of the 2023 Clemson season and their opponents. Today, we're doing a film review of the Syracuse game. All right, so again, we're seeing the same blitz that we've seen the past 3 weeks. It's a corner blitz. The boundary safety is going to replace the corner and just play man-to-man on the outside. The running back is going to be on the field side, and he's not going to know who to block, and he's not going to have anybody to block on his side because the blitz is coming from the opposite side. And it's just something that these offensive coaches have not adjusted towards and have not really coached into these players. And, defensive coordinators now, it's really easy to just tag this as a blitz every time. It's almost like an indicator, like, hey, you got a boundary corner that can be replaced by a boundary safety, and you got a running back on the opposite hip. Go ahead and send the guy because he's going to be a free rusher. And so this is, going on 3 weeks in a row that we've seen the same exact blitz. And even in the Charleston Southern game, this blitz was a problem. So it's going to continue to be a problem until Clemson finds a way to adjust it. But other than that, I think Cade made a great play. He obviously felt the pressure coming. Evades the rusher and extends the play a little bit and finds Stellato in the end zone. I thought that was kind of the theme of the day on Saturday is Cade just making big plays with his legs, not necessarily running for a bunch of yards, but just extending plays. Wide receivers continued to fight to get open, which is something that I can't say that happened the past couple of years. So it was a good day. It was a good day for Cade. It was a good day for these wide receivers, and this was a heck of a way to start the game for sure. But you'd like to see them, fix this protection. You'd like to see the running backs be a little bit better in pass pro. I thought they had an okay day on Saturday in pass protection, but it's definitely an issue and definitely something that, it needs to be fixed going forward, as I've said for 3 weeks now. All right, so I thought the defensive line for Clemson had a really dominant day on Saturday. I thought they played really well. This is actually, a really tough Syracuse offense to defend with how much they run the quarterback and how much option stuff they run. But I just felt like they were dominant, and they, particularly with TJ Parker and XT, two really high motor guys. Maskell, he's the one who, caused the fumble in the first series and really set the tone for the day. And Tyler Davis and Root just continue to be, dominant interior linemen. And with Tyler Davis giving you a little pass rush from the interior, and now you got TJ Parker giving you some pass rush from the outside, and then you can line up XT on the other side of him. I mean, it's an embarrassment of riches. And you see it on this play. It's so hard to defend this Clemson defensive line when there's just so many guys to key on. And I just want you to watch this move by TJ Parker. He's sprinting upfield, kind of taking him to the outside, but he's going to win with his hands. So this isn't something where, an edge is just faster than the tackle and he has some bend to get around him. He's actually going to win with his hands, gets his hands on the tackle and puts this nice little move on him. And then once he gets to the outside, he's quick enough to evade him, and he's going to get to the quarterback. I mean, that's just a really advanced stuff. I don't think that, you really see many freshman defensive ends with a pass rush package like that. He's got moves, he's got speed, and he has a really high motor. I mean, this kid gives, 110% on every play. Just the effort level he plays with is really impressive. And so he's been a real bright spot for Clemson so far. I think this kid has an extremely high ceiling, and some of the player comparisons, I have in my head going through with him is the stuff I can't even say out loud yet. I'm just going to let his career play out, but he's a really good player. And like I said, I just thought this Clemson defensive line was really dominant on Saturday. I know Syracuse doesn't really, have a talented offensive line or even, one of the better offensive lines we'll see all year. But, when you see, Clemson's defensive line go up against units like this, you want to see them dominate. If you don't want to see them get pushed around, and you want to really, test the physicality of all the offensive lines we play this year, particularly, Notre Dame and Miami. So we got some good ones coming up, and this unit's definitely going to have to step up the rest of the year and put together some more performances like this. So there's no doubt to me that Cade has a lot of development left to go, and we haven't seen anywhere close to Cade's ceiling. But he's starting to show signs of how special he really is. In particular, this throw. This is a throw that not every quarterback in the country can make, and it's something that's, really special. I mean, here he is running across the field, and you see Tyler Brown calling for the ball there. Really just another great job of fighting to get open. But Cade's going to release this ball, square his shoulders, and throw a nice ball to Tyler Brown and to the sideline, and Tyler Brown's going to hold it through contact. But this play right here is just a really good sign, going forward. I mean, I think that we all think that Cade's a five-star quarterback, and we want him to be ready right away. But it's stuff like this that make him a five-star quarterback, because that's something that you can work with, and that's something that you can build off of. And this is a really special throw, a really special play, and just really good to see. I'm starting to see Cade's composure really shine through. I think that the game reps have definitely helped. I definitely think just studying film and doing a lot of self scouting's helped as well. But he's always been able to do this. I mean, this is his ability. This is his talent shining through, and it's only going to get better from here on out once he gets more experience and can filter out some more of the mistakes he's making. But I thought, we should take some time to appreciate this. I thought this was a really good special play, and not something that every quarterback can do. I think that we've been spoiled, obviously, with quarterback play, and we used to have a quarterback here that did this all the time. But this is rare. This isn't something that you see all the time, and I think that if you're looking at Cade's trajectory going forward, it's plays like this that give me a lot of hope that he's going to be a special one, and someone that Clemson fans talk about for a long time. It was really evident to me on Saturday that there was a concerted effort to get Tyler Brown the ball. I know that he was kind of the hot hand, through the game, but I really think that the game plan was to get Tyler Brown the ball as much as possible, because there's just so many different ways that they did that, and I think that Cade really trusts him. I think that you look here at 3rd and 12, he's going to make a play on the ball. And I just think that he's definitely one of the biggest impact wide receivers we have up to this point in the season. True freshman Tyler Brown, didn't know what to expect out of him coming in, and with Antonio Williams going down, he's really shined. I can't wait till we can get them back on the field together. I think that that's a really deadly duo. Maybe Antonio Williams plays a little bit on the outside, but these sideline catches, he's working back towards the ball when Cade, extends plays. It's huge. It's massive. It's something that the offense is definitely lacking. So I think that he was a really good piece, and he's just continuing to get better, it seems like. I know that that's, to this point, his career game on Saturday, but I think that we're going to continue to see him evolve, and I think that he's going to take on a big role in this offense going forward. And then here you're throwing him a screen on 1st and 15. This was just really good downfield blocking. So Colin Sadler gets out from left tackle. He takes on these two guys. Brenning Stool, he's taking care of this corner. And then you got Stellato downfield blocking, really committed to it. And, I'm happy to see that. It's one thing that we feel like we've been lacking. And just to see this guy, hold him long enough so that Tyler Brown can get to the outside and get the first down, it's huge. I mean, you need it. On plays like this, that's the difference between, a play getting blown up in the backfield and a play going for a first down is really this downfield blocking, and, how committed your tight ends and your wide receivers and your left tackle are to getting downfield and really getting that extra yardage. So I thought it was huge. I thought this was a really big play, and I know it's just first down, but plays like this are a really good sign for Clemson, and Brenning Stool taking the step of being, that run blocker and that, extra piece in the run game is huge. We know how athletic he is. We know how effective he is as a pass catcher. But if we're getting out of him in the screen game and downfield blocking, well, that just makes him a complete tight end, and it's really useful, and it's really good for this offense, and it's good to see. So I was encouraged by this play. We used to see Clemson take screen plays to the house all the time, and I'm thinking that we're going to see one here pretty soon. So for my money, I think Maffa's been our best running back through 5 weeks. I think that he's been a really good player. I think that he's making really special plays. And two things that I've really noticed of his game is his patience and his anticipation. So this is a really good illustration of, both aspects of that. So this is just going to be a counter play. He's going to bounce off the right tackle that's pulling, and he's just going to let these, blockers get out in front. And then, right here, he's already committed to this hole, even though it's not opened up yet. I mean, there's barely a gap there, but he already sees it. So that whenever he gets through there, he's already anticipated it. He's already got the space, and there's no chance for any Syracuse defender to tackle him. So I think he's been really great. Shipley's obviously a fantastic player and a really good running back, but just for my money, I think Maffa's been a little bit better than him this year, which is a good problem to have. And I think that Riley's really committed to these two back sets. I think that he's really enjoyed them. I think that he notices that Moffa and Shipley are probably two of our best skill players, and they need to be on the field together, and they've been really effective. And one thing I was concerned about with the two back sets is passing out of them. But Riley's done a good job finding a way to do it. I mean, if you look at the long bow touchdown pass, they were in the two back set whenever that play happened. So, maybe it's a tendency breaker. Maybe you get defenses thinking that, when two running backs are on the field, you're for sure going to run it. And then you run a little play action, a double move, and that's how you get both free. So these two back sets aren't going anywhere. They've been really prevalent in the Riley offense, and I just wanted to commend Maffa on the season he's having because he's having a hell of a year, and I just can't wait to see what he does the rest of it.